Good morning, everyone. I'm a little bit early starting. Just wanting to maybe, if anyone could let me know if you can hear me okay before we begin today. I'll check the comments. I see Debbie, you're there. Good morning. Thanks, Deb. Thank you, Deb. Just to let me know that the music's not disturbing in any way. It's not counteracting, Deb, overpowering my voice. Hi, Joanna. Can you hear me okay? Thanks, Joanna. All right, just wait for a few more people. Thank you, Debbie. Okay, it's 8:08, so we said 8:15 start, so I hope you're all well. Just while you're there, while we're waiting, maybe there's others there that I can't see at the moment, but maybe grab a pillow or a cushion. We're going to be on our knees a little bit today, and if that's uncomfortable in any way on your knees, or you can have a blanket, a rolled up blanket. I'm concentrating on being a little bit low to gravity, concentrating on practicing on the boat. So if you don't have it, that's fine, and you're comfortable being on your knees, because we'll be in these sort of positions a little bit as well. If you wanted to light a candle or have some incense burning, just to create that nice mood and feel of being in a beautiful space, beautiful energy. I have my incense burning over here, and I'm surrounded by my oils. I have if you've ever attended any of my classes, I have my happy eye pillows, and I have my joy. We need a little bit more of that in our lives at the moment. So I'll just go about centering myself before I begin teaching you. And we'll begin in 5 minutes. Oh, and of course, I'm not on my boat at the moment. Our boat is in the marina. We've had some work done on it, and every year we rent a unit, so we have a little bit of land time after. This is our 12th year in December living on board, so we're starting to have that space. But near the end of the challenge, the last few days of the challenge, I will be back on our boat Songlines. Just go about what you would normally do in any yoga class before you begin the practice. Just loosen up your body any way you feel. If you're just joining in now, we haven't started. We just did a few tests to make sure everyone could see me, hear me, and the music wasn't too loud. Hi, Anne. Welcome. A few more minutes before we begin. I have people, some wonderful, lovely people in the group that may not join us this session this morning because they're from all around the world, from the USA and Canada, which is, I think it is 6:15 p.m. on that side of the world, and New Zealanders. I have lots of lovely New Zealand friends in the group. I think it's 10:15 there, and in Fiji, and 9:15 in New Caledonia, and of course it's nearly 8:15 here. It's 8:13. So I'm really honoured that you all came and to join me in this space. So we will start the practice sitting. So whenever you're ready, you can start to get into a sitting position, whether you have a pillow underneath your sit bones, ground down to the earth. Or just sit any way you choose. You can place your hands on your knees or at your heart center and shut down the eyes. Just in another minute or so, just start to become aware of your breath and centered. Beautiful music by one of my favorite artists, Jai Jagdish, playing in the background. I'm not sure with Facebook rules whether the music will actually come through with the recorded version. I hope so, but I'm seeing it's a closed group. But anyway. Okay, it is 8:15. Hello, Jane. Oh, hello. Hello, Galen. You're doing it on your bunk? Hi. Hi, all the way in New Zealand. I hope you're coping okay with your lockdown. Welcome. All right. That's good. Your bunk is fine. I often do yoga on my bed as well. Okay, so loads and loads of gratitude for you being here today. Let's shut down your eyes. Sit comfortably, maybe walk this flesh of the sit bones out and ground down to the earth, through to your root chakra. Place the hands onto the knees or at your heart center. Just slowly raise your shoulders up towards your ears. And then lower them slowly until they melt into place. A little more. Slowly raise the shoulders back up towards the ears. A little more. And then slowly allow them to melt down. A little more, a little more, a little more. We'll do one more of these, raising the shoulders up towards the ears. And then allow them to melt down, slowly. Drop the hands to the knees if they're not already there. Keep the eyes closed. Relax the shoulders and drop the right ear towards the right shoulder. Breathe into the left side of the neck. Release, let go of any tension, stress you're holding in the neck area. Bringing the head back to center and dropping the left ear towards the left shoulder. Breathing into the right side of the neck. Releasing, letting go. And bring the head back to center. Drop the head back. Breathing into the front of the neck. Long and deep, releasing, opening up that throat chakra. Small breaths through the nose. Then release the head back to center and drop the chin to chest. Breathing into the back of the neck here, releasing the muscles. I'm feeling a little tense in that area too. I'm sure a lot of us are with everything going on in the world. Release, let go. Send the breath there. Breathe in deeply through the nose. Picture the breath flowing through the back of the neck, releasing any tension, worries or troubles. And bring the head back to center. Ground down again to the earth, placing the hands back to the heart center. Let's set an intention for bringing you to your mat today. It could be to find some peace in the heart. Whatever your intention is, breathe it in and exhale it out to the universe. Open the eyes and let's come to all fours onto the mat, or you can roll up the blanket and be on the blanket if you like. And making sure that the hips are square and the knees are hip width distance apart. So the hips and the knees are in one line. Look at the back of the feet. You can either have them flat onto the earth or in sprinter's arch. I like them flat onto the earth and I'm gripping my toes into the mat. And we're doing a lower down version. Imagine being on a boat, and I know some of us are, that you don't have a lot of height, that you can do this. So we're inhaling, raising the arms up towards the spine. Reaching, relaxing the shoulders. And we're exhaling, folding over the legs, allowing the head to hang and the arms sweep behind you. Inhale, raise up again, just like we're doing our sun salutations, but we're doing them on our knees. And we're exhaling, folding, releasing the hands towards the back of the mat, lower the forehead. Just like child's pose in a way. Inhale, releasing the arms up towards the sky. And then exhale, folding over the legs. Reaching the arms out behind you. And then inhale, come up, touching the hands to the heart. And then releasing the hands out shoulder height. And we're twisting to the left. We're just rotating, turning from the belly, broadening through the chest. And the left arm, just like warrior pose, and we're gazing over the right fingers. We're taking those long, deep inhalations and exhalations in. And then we're rotating with the hands out shoulder height. And we're rotating to the other way, turning from the belly, broadening through the chest. Nice strong arms. Make sure that the back arm isn't off to the left or the right. It's in one line with the shoulders, looking just gently, soft gaze off to the right. Long, deep inhalations and exhalations. Bring the hands back together to the heart. Nice smile on the dial. And exhale, fold over the legs, allowing the head to fall, reach the arms out behind you. Inhale, raise the arms up towards the sky again. And exhale, fold over the legs, reaching the arms behind you. Inhale, raise the arms up again. And we're twisting again, moving towards the left. Arms are out, palms are down. Gaze is over right middle finger. Look at the back arm, make sure it's not off to the left or the right. We're breathing into the core, long spine. Releasing again, all the way to the other side. Gaze is just over that right middle finger. Bringing the hands to the heart and exhaling, fold over the legs. Reaching the arms behind you. This time we're going to clasp the hands behind us. I'm going to release the blanket here. You can either have a pillow right there to rest your head and exhale, fold over the legs. We're opening up the shoulders here. The toes can be touching, the knees can be wide as the mat in this pose. And then just allow the arms to come forward and rest in child's pose. So toes are touching, knees can be wide or close together. Relax the forehead to the mat. Keep breathing in and out long and deep. One more breath, and then we're coming back up onto our knees, just like camel pose. And we're going to place the hands underneath the shoulders, and they're spread nice and wide. Remember, the hands are spread out, gather in, press down. So making sure the knees are underneath the hips. And we're going to step the right foot between the legs. And we're going to come up onto the thighs. And then we're going to sweep the torso forward and wrap that left arm around the outside of the right knee. So the left elbow is pressing into the leg. The right arm is up and the gaze is just looking off towards the right. It's a nice gentle twist in the body. The back toes, press them into the mat, grip them in, the top of the foot's onto the mat. Keep your inhalations and exhalations flowing long and deep. We're only thinking about our breath. And release the hands to either side of the right foot. And I want you to move the body back and raise the toes up. So we're almost sitting back down onto our buttocks, but we're not, we're hovering. So I want you to sort of drag that right heel back a little bit, so you should be feeling some length in that right calf muscle hamstring. Bringing the right foot back down towards the earth. And just take the right knee and just allow it to open up a little bit towards the side. Some of us might be just a little bit, some of us might have it open up a long way. Keep breathing, relaxing into that opening. You'll be feeling it in that outer hip area. One more breath. And let's take your knees back together into all fours. This time stepping the left foot forward between the hands. I might turn on the side too so you can see me. We're moving up with the hands onto the thighs. And then we're moving the torso forward, reaching the arms out, and we're sweeping that right hand to the outside of the left knee. Hands in prayer position, left elbow up, and we're turning, looking off towards the left. We're squeezing into those belly organs, helping our digestion. Keep smiling. Keep a nice smile on the face. Smiling always makes us feel better. One more breath and release the hands to the earth and just allow that left leg to fall open a little bit. And the left foot is, you're sort of resting on the side of the left foot. Keep breathing into that hip area. Always send the breath to where the pose, where you're opening in the pose. It really helps release and let go a little more. One more breath. And let's come back, toes touching, knees can be wide as the mat, and hands out in front of us for child's pose. Remembering those long, deep inhalations and exhalations, breathing in through the nose, pursing the lips, and breathing all breath out long and deep. So let's breathe in for a count of 3 to 4, and then send all breath out for a count of 5 to 6. One more breath. And we're coming up into all fours, onto our knees, I should say, for camel pose. We're taking our hands and we're spreading them and placing them behind the sacrum area, the lower back. Just make sure that you're not sitting, scooping the belly out or anything like that. Just scoop the pelvis under, keep those knees and hips into one line. Now we want to slightly tilt the pubic bone, raise the sternum towards the sky and drop the head. Gather the elbows in behind you. Keep breathing. It's difficult a little bit in this pose. Nice small sips of air through the nose. One more breath, chin to chest, toes touching, pressing back into your child's pose. We're flexing and extending the spine here. One more breath and let's come back up into our camel, making our slight alignments, making sure we're all in one line there. Slightly tilt the pubic bone, the chest raises, the sternum reaches towards the sky, and you drop the head. Hanging, the hands are on the lower back, sacrum. Some of us might go deeper in this pose. You're a little bit more advanced, placing the hands on the backs of the legs. You're feeling that you can go deeper and hold on to the feet without compromising the pose and compromising your body. Making sure you press those hips forward, chest up, drop the head. Small sips of air. You've been in this for a little while, chin to chest. Come back down, feel that flexion and extension in the spine as you reach the hands forward back into your child's pose. Toes touching, knees as wide as the mat. Forehead rests onto the earth. One more breath, and let's come up into our Paschimottanasana. Oh, my mouth isn't working today. Seated forward fold. So we have our knees up. We're spreading our fingers nice and wide, and we're placing them behind us. Now we're going to tilt the pelvis this way, so we're not rounding into the belly like this. We're actually tilting the pelvis this way. Sit bones go towards the back of the mat. And we're holding on to the ankles or the feet. We're all at different levels in this pose, so for the most part as we run a nice long spine and breath in and out, and sending that breath all the way along the calf muscles, hamstrings, all up the spine. Relax and breathe. Long, deep inhalations and exhalations. Some of us may be able to go a little deeper, but please be kind to the spine. One more breath. Come up slowly. And let's slide down onto our bellies. We're going to do a pose called crocodile pose. And again, you can have a pillow if you like, or you can just rest onto your mat. I'm obviously, I hope you can see me. So we're going to place the right forearm down onto the mat, and we're going to stack right and left forearms. And we're going to lower our forehead to the arms, and we're going to have our feet wider than the mat. So they're extended off the mat, and lower the forehead. I want you to have long, deep inhalations and exhalations here. Notice how the belly draws in and releases. So as you inhale in for a count of 4 to 5, the belly expands underneath you. And let's send all breath out for a long and deep 5 and 6 breaths. And the belly releases, lets go. The lower back relaxes into the mat. The lower back relaxes all the way. Then release the arms, and we're going to go into a pose called locust pose. So we're going to raise the feet up behind us, and we're raising the arms up. Just like we're flying. Keep breathing, relaxing, and keep smiling. We strengthen the lower back, opening up the chest a little. And stack left forearm, right forearm on top of each other back into our crocodile pose. Lower the forehead, spreading the feet wider than the mat. Relax the breath. Take a long, deep inhalation in through the nose for a count of 5 to 6. Breathe it all out for a count of 6 to 7. Release, let go. If your body's feeling like staying there, honor it, or otherwise come back into your locust pose, reaching the feet up behind you, arms out like you're flying, smile on the dial. You can do this, keep breathing, relaxing. And then stack forearms any way you choose. Go back into your crocodile pose, relax the forehead. Take a long, deep inhalation, as deep as the body allows, at your own pace. And in your own time, release the breath. Exhale, maybe with an open mouth. Let go, relax. And place the hands out towards the sides again for another locust, so you can stay where you are. Or if you would like to go into bow pose, this is a more advanced pose, you can try. Holding on, sweeping the feet up behind you and holding on at the tops of the feet. I always like everyone to come with their chin down towards the mat. And as you inhale in, come up, pressing the feet back, gathering the knees in. That smile on your dial again. If you're feeling any pain or anything in this pose, please come out of it. You can rock around on the belly a little bit, relax and breathe. Enjoy the opening. One more breath. Release all the way to the mat. Place the spread hands beside the chest and press up back into your child's pose, toes touching, knees as wide as the mat. Arms out in front of you, release the forehead. Really press with the fingertips as if you're reaching towards the front of the mat, and then press back with the sit bones towards the heels, feeling that whole length in the spine. Again, some of us are going to be up high, and we're not all going to be all the way to the mat. Some of us are going to be up high like this. Some of us are going to be all the way to the sit bones, resting onto the heels. Relax and breathe. Then come up slowly, and let's come back to a seated position. We're going to go into a pose called Ardha Matsyendrasana. So bringing the left leg out straight. We're going to take the right foot and place it on the outside of the left knee. The right fingertips, we're going to place them behind us. Press with the fingertips behind you, creating that nice long spine. Then reach the left arm forward and wrap it around the right knee. And then turn from the belly, broaden through the chest, and look over the right shoulder. Keep the breath long and deep. If you're not feeling any opening in that pose and you're a little bit more advanced, you can place the elbow on the outside of the knee and press with that elbow to open up a little more. Sort of pressing down with that right hip and back. When you do that, you start to feel an opening in that right outer hip area as well. Keep the breath nice and smooth. Try not to strain the neck. You're just gazing over that right shoulder. One more breath, releasing out of the pose. Changing legs. The right leg's out in front of you this time. Left foot's on the outside of the right knee. Make sure you spread the toes with that straight leg as well. Take the left fingertips behind you. Of course, I'm teaching to all levels here today. So if you're more advanced and you understand this pose, you can go straight into it. But sometimes it's nice to listen. You might learn something new. Turn from the belly, broaden through the chest, looking over the left shoulder. Or you can reach the elbow to the outside of the knee. Keep the spine nice and long. Feel those organs, feel them twisting. Breathe into the pose. One more breath and release out of the pose. And let's join both feet together for Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. So rock around a little bit, flap the wings of the butterfly. Release the inner groins, inner legs. You can place the elbows to the insides of the legs if you like, but you don't have to. Hold on to the hands and just slowly move the body forward. Sorry. Joys of social media. There's somebody who's trying to call me. My apologies. Slowly move the body forward. And then slowly come and roll over onto the back. We're going to go into a pose called supine pigeon. So roll onto the back, bring the knees up. And let's take that right ankle and just place it below the left knee. Use the right hand and reach through the gap you created in your legs. And hold on to the back of the leg or the shin. But we want your whole body resting onto the mat. So the whole spine is resting along the mat. You can place the right elbow and press it into that right leg if you like. Remember to spread the toes of both feet. So you're engaging the muscles and feeling the benefit of the whole pose, of opening up the hip area. And slowly use the hands to move that left knee towards the chest. Take some long, deep inhalations and exhalations in. Just keep thinking of your breath and the opening of the hip area, releasing any tension worries and trouble you're holding in that area. Breathe in peace, love, and kindness. Breathe out worries, troubles, difficulties. Relax your shoulders. One more breath, release and change sides. This time we're taking the left ankle and placing it just below the right knee. Reach through the gap you created and clasp onto the back of the right leg or shin. Or if you're more advanced and you want more opening, you can wrap the arms around the left leg. We're all at different stages. Try not to move the buttocks up off the mat. We want a nice long spine, tailbones resting into the mat. Use the elbow if you like to open up a little bit more and spread both toes. Breathe into where you're feeling the opening in that outer left hip area. Again, release and let go on this side. Notice, is it stiffer than the other side? Are you holding more issues in your tissues here? Think of something peaceful and beautiful in your life, a memory. Looking at the ocean swells or the waves crashing on the shore, a beautiful sunrise. Watching the grace of a bird fly through the air. Bring that to your center, your concentration. Release and let go a little more in that outer hip area. One more breath, and then release the feet towards the mat. We're going into a pose called bridge pose. So with bridge pose, we're taking the knees are hip width distance apart, the feet hip width distance apart. We're pressing the hips up nice and high towards the sky. We're clasping the hands underneath the body. So pelvis high, hips high. Release and relax the neck. Pressing the pinky fingers into the mat. Relax the facial muscles. Breathe into the opening, whole front body opening, shining the heart towards the sky. Taking those long, deep inhalations and exhalations in. One more breath, release the hands, and then just slowly, slowly roll down one vertebrae at a time. And swing the feet up towards the sky for happy baby pose. We all love this pose. In Fiji, it's called the Malalo salute because the Malalo cat always goes by when we're doing this pose. Clasping the hands on outsides of the feet, and we're pressing into the feet, and we're tracking our knees towards the armpits, whole spine resting onto the mat, tailbone pressing into the earth. You can rock around a little bit too, just like the baby does. You don't have to stay still. One more breath and releasing the feet back down towards the earth. You can walk the heels in slightly if you like, hands alongside the body. And press the hips up nice and high towards the sky. Again, pelvis high. Clasp the hands underneath the body. If you had a block, you could put a block between the knees, but we're squeezing those knees towards each other, but not touching. My teacher always talks about Suzanne Sommer's Thigh Master. One of those things that used to squeeze in between your legs, I think like Jane Fonda used to do. So you're getting a nice little tone in the butt muscles. Try not to squeeze them too much, the glutes. Keep the breath nice and smooth. And then slowly, slowly release out of the pose until the spine releases all the way along the mat, swinging the legs back up towards the sky for another happy baby pose, clasping the hands to the outsides of the feet, pressing into the mat. Long spine. Press with the fingers into the feet a little more opening, and then release the feet back down towards the earth. We're coming into the final bridge pose, or we may go into a full wheel pose if anyone wishes to do that today, but honor your body, you don't have to do this, it is a more advanced pose. So if you want to go into wheel, pressing the hands underneath the shoulders, crown of the head towards the mat. We're going to gather the elbows in, and we're going to press up into full wheel. So making sure there's no pinching or crunching in the lower spine. You can come up onto the toes, so the knees are going in one direction, the chest moving in another. In your own time, chin to chest, rolling down all the way, sweeping those feet back up for another happy baby pose. Pressing into the feet, creating that beautiful length in the spine, tailbone pressing into the mat. One more breath, and let's just join both feet together for a supine Baddha Konasana. So again, try to flap the wings a little bit. And now I want you to just bring the knees into the chest and roll around clockwise, anti-clockwise, giving the lumbar area a nice little massage. Then allow the legs to fall over towards the left, placing the left hand onto the knees, soften them to the earth, raising the right arm out towards the right or up a little bit. And just turn and look over the right shoulder. Keep your breathing long and deep. We're coming into the final poses today. One more breath. And then bring the knees to the chest and allow them to fall over towards the right. Right hand onto the knees, left hand out and up shoulder height a little. Gazes over the left shoulder. Keep a nice soft face, release the tongue from the roof of the mouth, relax the jaw. And close down the eyes, softly if you like. The breath is starting to slow down into these relaxation poses. And slowly, slowly, let's move into the final pose today, Shavasana, corpse pose. So we're going to lie down onto our mat. We're going to have our feet opened nice and wide. Our arms are out, our palms are up. Stay there. I'm just going to sit up and talk you through Shavasana. Feel the feet relaxed. The lower legs relaxed. The knees relaxed. The upper legs relaxed. The hips, the pelvis relaxed. The belly relaxed. Lower back relaxed. Chest relaxed. The breath returns to normal. It breathes naturally. Don't give it another thought. The chest, the shoulders, the arms relaxed. The hands, the fingers relaxed. The face is relaxed. Again, make sure the tongue is released from the roof of the mouth. Relax the jaw. Allow those thoughts to float by like clouds in the sky. Inhalations and exhalations. Relax. Take in this beautiful moment to just be at peace with yourself. Stay where you are. Reading oceans of strength to you. The ego said, I'm hurting, I'm in pain, I feel helpless, what do I do? The soul replied, your grief is too big, I understand, but so is your strength. Your heart has borne too many scars, I can see, but it has grown stronger and kinder. Swim deep into the ocean of strength within you, and there you will find your power. In your own time, roll over to the right side of your body and stay there in the fetal position for a moment. And then slowly come back up to a seated position onto the mat where we began the practice today. Sitting comfortably anywhere you choose. Keep the eyes soft, hands on the knees or at your heart center wherever you're comfortable. Close down the eyes. Let's check in with your intention you made at the beginning of the practice today. Scan how the body feels. We'll finish today with 3-level breath. I'll just step you through it first. We're going to take 3 small sips of air to the lower belly and hold for 3. 3 small sips of air to the lower ribs and hold for 3. Just like you're sipping through a straw. 3 small sips of air to the upper chest, heart, lungs, and hold all for a count of 8. And then we're going to breathe all breath out. So take an inhalation in deeply through the nose. Breathe all breath out. Take 3 small sips of air to the lower belly, hold. 3 small sips of air to the lower ribs, hold. 3 small sips of air to the upper chest, heart, lungs. Hold all for a count of 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe all breath out. Thank you for allowing me to guide you through your practice today. Bringing the hands to the third eye between the brow, back to the heart center, and bowing. Namaste. Have a beautiful day or evening, everyone. And take this wonderful feeling right now into your day and spread it around. Call a friend. I'm just going to check hopefully that we are still live and that all went through very smoothly. If you have any comments about the practice, I'd love to hear them. Just some feedback is always great to make sure that you had no interruptions and so forth as well. And you'll see me a little bit later. I'm going to post an interview at midday today, and again talking about some food later on this afternoon. And I think that's all I have to say to you. I'm just going to double check. We are still running. Good. Namaste. Penny, hi. Oh, it is such an honor to do this, and it's my other teachers and friends that I've been talking to said, it's difficult because we're used to hugging. Yeah. Sorry, everyone. Yeah, sorry. I often do that at the end of class too, and if anyone else is emotional, that's quite normal if you're new to yoga as well. It's always such a big thing to prepare for any class. To bring this to you like this is a complete honor as well. So myself as well, like everyone in the world, we're all dealing with what's going on, and I had such a lovely time the other day. I actually went out. I'd been in for so long, and I went and visited my sister. I was a little bit worried about doing that because she's 15 years older than me, but yeah, she was. It was so nice to see her, even though we did the elbow and the foot thing, but had a chat. So thank you again, and I will see you again for another class tomorrow. Namaste.